Good afternoon, my name is Keran D. I'm the project manager and my partner is Juliano Rego. We're going to introduce you our project management chart. First, I'm going to tell you the name of the project, and this is quality control of the water from the Tivito aqueduct. This project will be made for all the people who can benefit with the water of the Tivito aqueduct, because we plan with this project finish with all the sickness people and the disease because they drink contaminated water. We think in the people who suffers because they don't have a really good service of drinking water and they have to live with all the bacteria and germs in their bodies. For us it's really important to have a network of sensors who can determine when the water is potable and when it's drinkable and when it's not. So all the people who live in around the upper basin of the Bogota River can be informed and they could prevent disease. For health departments, it's really important to keep in check of the bacteria that people can drink and have an early warning and control to avoid disasters. In order to monitor and have control over the risk of drinking water from the aqueduct of Tivito, we took into account of the provisions from the Article 15 of the Decree 1575 of 2007, which is about the map of risks of the quality water for human consumption, specifying clearly that the departmental district health authorities and the competent environmental authority will be the responsible to develop, review, and update the risk map. On the other hand, stands the development risk maps must take into account the respective land use plan or POT, and the basis manager carry about the competent environmental authorities. For the evaluation of this project, we have a network of sensors in the upper basin of the Bogota River. This project has a duration of 4 months and has a total cost of $108,066. The principal risk that we could have with this project will be problems with the communities surrounding the location of the project, because they will be affected because the sound of the weather of the disorder that the technicals and the engineers could do. The increasing intensity of rainfalls and storms because Bogota has a difficult weather. Delaying the start of work by late delivery on environmental permits and safety. Disintegration of a proposed survivor team. Work-related accidents because who work in this project could have an accident and we need to contract another person. That will be a big problem to the project. On the other hand, we have the interested parties. The group of people who will be interested in the project are the customers of the aqueduct of Tivito, and they are benefit with the service of drinking water for the upper basin of the Bogota River. They will be benefit because they will drink clean water and they won't be sick and they will be healthy. For the public competition will be a problem because if the correct monitoring of the water can lose customers, since the aqueduct of Tivito is in the capacity of provide a current and a full service, or the other aqueduct could lose customers. Continuing to this, I'm going to talk about the work breakdown structure and how we decide to make it. First, we have the map of risk of the quality of water task. Into this, we have the identification and the manager of involved and the project management plan. After this, we have the project activities. In this part, I'll locate the administration department. In the part of administration, it's requirement the staff, the construction contracts, the design contracts, and the finance, which are in charge for human resources. For the part of assigning roles are assigning the task of the director of the project. In this case, is me. This activity has an approximate duration of 31 days. In the second part, called development, is the design of the website of the aqueduct, which is in charge of a graphic designer and a programmer. They both go to make it. The implement in that page is in charge of the performance and the programmer. Awareness: the design of the network sensors is in charge of engineers, and the implementation of the network sensors is in charge of the group of technicals who be contracted. This activity has a duration of 42 days.
Good afternoon. I'm Julian Urrego and I'm going to talk about the project authority. First, we have the project initiator, who is me. The initiator of the project gives authorization to the manager for the elaboration of the project, where take place the work of control activities and also the acquisition of the resource for the development of this project. Committee of Directors, web designer, responsible for the design of the website of the aqueduct for the virtual map of risk monitoring. Developer, responsible for the programming of network of sensors and communication with the web page. Responsible for the monetary resource, is responsible for the monetary activities associated with the implementation of the project. Human resource, enforcement of requirement and salary settlement. Engineers, responsible for the design of the map of risk and the network of sensors in the upper basin of the river Bogota. Technical, responsible for maintaining and maintenance of risk map and the network of sensors in the upper basin of the Bogota River. Scope of the project: the use of the sensor system for the monitoring of the risk and the quality of drinking water for the aqueduct of the Vito map. Can carry out a process easy to understand and use control. It may be simply adopted by the inhabitants of the adjacent sector to the upper basin, the Bogota River. Also will observe the characteristics of the water coming from the upper basin of the Bogota River, in order to control epidemics and possible diseases caused by the consumption for the same, so that the community is affected. For the execution of the project has 4 months duration, involving large multidisciplinary and multicultural work teams. This work is realized in order to achieve that the person who lives close to the river Bogota could have a better quality of life, since they can turn out to be affected by different illnesses. The idea of realizing of sensor network allows to the users to verify the water quality, and that to contaminated can be doable to prepare illnesses could be dangerous, mortal or contagious, on having developed the project. One would like to realize the sensor network in the high part of the basin of the river Bogota, not trouble the person with the use machinery or with the noise that the teams could generate. On the other hand, it is planned to work with a team of engineers with several years of the experience in the development of large-scale projects, that the realization of this project will achieve in the shortest possible time and moderate cost. For this, the work breakdown structure is developed in order to organize in a fair manner each of the work of the members of the team along with materials that are to be used for this project. Computers are needed for the designers and programmers, as well as sensors with which will make the network in the upper basin of the Bogota River. To know a little more about the work breakdown structure, I then will discuss activities that are carried out on it. Continued to these activities are the exploration of the field. Within the activities, the test plan at the condition of the terrain. These activities are developed by the engineer number 2. In addition to this is the list where risk is carried out by the project director. These activities have a duration 5 days. In the purchase of equipment are activities such as budget, installation of sensors programming. These activities are in the charge of human resource and technical group. In the implementation of the project, activities are such as implementation of the logistics infrastructure and the integration of systems. These activities are carried out by engineers and technicals in charge. The execution has a duration of 100 days approximately. For the closure of the project were carried out tests of facilities carried out by engineers and after that with the bid administrative closure by the project director.